Hey guys, it's me Nico. Welcome back to the channel. You are joining me on a lovely little Sunday out here in the city of Stockholm. We're going to be riding the moped as we have done recently. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're joining me 2 hours into our 5-hour session today. And so, yeah, we got an order from Haiku Sushi and Poke. Let's head over there now. All right, and we are on the move. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. Glad to have you here. Thank you for joining me for this little episode. As I've said, you're joining me 2 hours into our shift for tonight. And that's because, like I've mentioned previously, I don't want to record for too long. I think the 2 to 3 hour mark is what we're actually looking for in terms of video length here, so should be a good one. The atmosphere is fantastic. Today's like the warmest day of the year so far. Temperature went up to 14 degrees Celsius, I think, with a little bit of sunshine as well. The people who were out here in the city, they probably enjoyed themselves. Me personally, I was back at the La Casa enjoying myself indoors like always, but I'm glad to be out here on the moped here, scooting around like always. And yeah, let's try and get into the flow of things. I haven't recorded for over a week. Last time was on Tuesday last week. Today is already Sunday the next week, so I'm feeling a little bit out of my element here, you know, kind of like it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been a month since I last recorded, you know. It's got that type of vibe to it, but I'm sure that within half an hour we'll get really into it, hopefully at least. So yeah, let's get our quote-unquote first order here, which is just across the street there on the corner of that building. It says pickup time is at 8 minutes, so we might be here a little bit early. We'll have to sit down possibly. We're just gonna go with the flow here. Sunday vibes, nice and relaxing. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, interesting. We are picking up 3 orders from here. Not sure if they're ready. If we peek through the window there, I'm not seeing anything, so let's get our bag here and let's head inside. Alright guys, and after a short wait, we have all 3 orders with us. Number 56, 57, and 41. Not sure what happened with that one. I'm expecting that it's somehow highly delayed, you know, because they're kind of going like one after the other. Well, we'll see. We're doing our best here, and the first drop-off is actually going to be right here on this street at entrance number 22. Customer hasn't written down any instructions. It could be the case that they're gonna meet us outside. I'm not sure, but let's find out. Okay, so we're kind of on a slope here. I do wonder if the moped will be... Yeah, it seems fine. It's not gonna fall over, I don't think. Hopefully not. So, according to my calculations, this is 22 right here. No one waiting for us. Door's locked. We don't have a code. Let's call up the customer, shall we?
Hej.
Hej, Fedora. Matleverans.
Jag kommer
Du kommer ner. Okej, tack. Hej. Hej, sådär. Tack. And yeah, our first order of the episode is dropped off. Our next stop is going to be Inedal, Street 13B. It's along the north coastline on the Kings Hill Island here. So we'll be at the address in approximately, I would say 5 minutes really. So let me give you guys an update on what's been going on lately. This week has been a little bit interesting in that we had some inclement weather. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. But basically, on Tuesday, April the 2nd, there was a major snowfall alert that kind of covered the whole city. At first, when I first saw the weather report, I was seriously considering whether or not it was an April Fool's joke. Apparently it wasn't. And so I showed up to the rider's help about to embark on my shift. This was at the start of the day, so it didn't turn out to be anything bad at all on my end. But basically, as I was hopping onto the scooter here, I saw that there was a crew inside the rider's hub switching over the tires from winter to summertime. And I thought to myself, I'm not sure if this is the right timing, guys, you know? there's a major snowfall alert outside. The city's getting covered with snow, and the next day the snow half melted and then turned into ice. I was reading the group chat for the scooter riders here, and I saw a lot of messages like, guys, it's dangerous out there, I'm fearing for my life. Somebody had crashed 3 times in a span of 100 meters. So, I mean, I don't know. The funniest thing is that I didn't see any response at all from management. Obviously, they really mistimed the switch over to summer tires on half of the scooters available. The one that I worked on actually still had winter tires on. But by the next day, when, you know, day 1, a lot of snow, I think around 10 centimeters of snow. It was predicted to be a lot more. If it was, I would have brought the camera, but it wasn't, you know, all too crazy. But still, a decent amount of snow. Next day, it half melted, and then the temperatures dropped to -3, -4. So whatever snow was left on the ground turned into straight up ice. It was a little bit tricky getting around, guys, I have to tell you. In the Dallas Street 13, all right, let's be on the lookout. But yeah, I have to tell you guys, there was a lot of ice. So, but even though I was working on winter tires, I did not feel safe at all. There was a couple of streets that were completely covered with ice, like pure ice, nothing else. And it wasn't even, it was not an even surface. It was bumpy and shaky and not very level. And I had a tough time getting through there on my winter tires. Cannot imagine what the guys on summer tires were doing during that time and during the snowfall as well. Like, I don't know. Thankfully, on my end, everything ended up, you know, just fine. Anyway, we're here, I think, at the drop-off point. Let's see what we're doing here.
Hej Jonna.
Hej, Foodora matleverans är framme.
Ja, perfekt. Jag kommer ner.
Tack så mycket. Hej. And the customer is coming down. This is number 56. So the one that we're going to be left with is 41, the anomaly. I'm guessing it's going to take us somewhere to the very outskirts of the city. That's my prediction here, but we'll see what actually happens, you know. Hey, Jonna.
Ja,
Så där.
tack så mycket.
Tack. 2 out of 3 dropped off. Okay, and we're delivering to Thor Street 8 to a building that looks like a thermite hive. It's not the greatest of designs, but they have some big windows, so I guess whoever lives in there, you know, they have some nice views. I'll give them that much. Anyway, I'm expecting ourselves to be there in about 10 minutes at most, if not sooner. Another update is that I'm now using the power mode, which I previously said was ineffective, but it is actually effective. It does do something. Gives you a lot more torque for when you need it, you know? Yeah, you might be 10% faster if you use it correctly. And so, yeah, I use power mode whenever I'm on the way to the customer because it's just me against the clock at that point. And whenever I'm headed to pick up some food from the restaurant, I'm just in my normal eco mode because honestly, most of the time, whenever I get there, the food is not ready, so there's no need to rush. And so yeah, to finish up the last point about the winter storm, I've had 3 days off actually. While I was at the La Casa, just enjoying my time off. All the snow and ice that was out there has melted. Today, like I said, the temperature reached around 14 degrees Celsius and it has, you know, hovered around that point for the last couple of days. So we're not gonna see any snow out here today and hopefully not until next year. I'm really hoping. All right, we're just gonna cut through here a little bit. But yeah, it's already March right now. I'm already planning my summer vacation. That's gonna be fun. I'm planning on doing a couple of videos on a different channel where I'm traveling around. But basically, the core of the message here is that summer is on its way, and that's nice. So, when we started this episode, the time was approximately 8:30 in the evening. We're going to be out here almost until midnight tonight. Not exactly, until 11:30 to be exact. Should be a lot of fun. So far, I've just been kind of delivering a lot of groceries from the Foodora market. We actually kind of got lucky that once we started the episode, we went to an actual restaurant for once. Overall, with the moped, this week, I gotta say, I'm kind of into it. I'm chilling like crazy, you know, I'm enjoying myself. I got used to it, you know, everything's working just fine. So I'm not missing the bike at all. I'm all Gucci here, boys. So yeah, it's fantastic. All right, so this the, you know, the beehive, the thermite hive. There's 2 of them. They're all like beige, featureless buildings. They're pretty tall, so I guess that's something. And the price for one of the apartments is I think like $1 million, you know, if you want to situate yourself in one of these. I mean, that's kind of crazy. I think it's like 1.1 million for one. I'm not sure how many rooms there is, but for a typical apartment. That is interesting. We are letting this truck pass and we're headed right here. This is where we're delivering to. Let's park up the moped and we'll venture inside. No door code, unfortunately. We'll have to try and reach the customer manually through here. Hopefully we get a response.
Rinkeby gatubarnen, de klagar på Aina trakasserar oss med de... Bror, jag ser bara ett exempel.
Alright guys, and we're on the way up to the 15th floor to drop off order 3 out of 3. I'm sure it's gonna go just fine. Alright, and it was actually the very first door there. We were told via the instructions to just leave the food outside, which is what we did. And surprise, surprise, our next stop is going to be the Fedora market here. So let's head over there now. Hopefully we don't get stuck in the Fedora market universe for the rest of the evening here. But we'll see. Alright, so we're going to be taking a long way around, but it should be quick enough. Taking this route, you're just able to maintain a higher speed. There's less stops, less interruptions, and so we should be good to go here. So actually Sunday so far has been my most productive day of the week. Especially in the beginning. I typically start around 6:30. That's when there's a lot of orders. You can get through to places pretty quickly. Typically I hold a pretty high average delivery rate up until the late evening when things slow down a little bit, but still one of the previous Sundays was one of the highest ever delivery rates. I was sitting at like 4.5 deliveries per hour for 5 hours straight. So there was a lot of orders that I dropped off in the span of those 5 hours. So it was a lot of fun. I haven't been working any Fridays or Saturdays. That's the days when you get paid the most because I haven't been scheduled during those times. And I think I'm gonna look into rescheduling myself into Fridays and Saturdays because as it stands, if I'm not working during that time, I'm losing out on approximately 5% salary at least. And as it stands so far in April, the first week, which is right now, and the next week as well, I'm only scheduled for 16 hours, which is not a lot. I'm looking for 20 to 25 and I'm getting 16 right now. We'll see if things develop somehow, but if not, then I really want to at least show up on those highly paid days and make the most out of it, you know? So we'll see how things go. We haven't had a Friday evening episode in a while. I think it's a little bit overdue here. Anyway, we're down to 50% on the battery here. And we are approaching the 3-hour mark so far, working. So it sounds about right. Hopefully we'll get sent somewhere close to a battery station so we can swap it real quick. But I've noticed that, you know, the battery holds up pretty well. Even when it goes down to low numbers, you don't get a performance decrease, which is nice. And now that the temperatures are up, battery efficiency is up also, so that's a nice little bonus right there. Anyway guys, as you can see, we're almost here at the Fedora market. Let's take a look at what we're picking up. Oh wow, what a surprise. It's going to be 2 18 plus deliveries here. Okay. Alright, so I was expecting myself to get sent north, but actually we're just going 2 blocks over in this direction to Haga Street 14 to drop off one of the 2 orders, which, as you guys know, requires an ID check, which means that there will be a short segment where the screen goes dark. Alright, another thing that I learned is 2 perks in my skill tree on the scooter here. One is stand up, the other is lean forward, and these are very useful when you're going over bumps because otherwise your spine gets a lot of compression, which I don't find to be particularly nice at all. And so unlike the bike where you have a lot of weight on your arms to kind of distribute it a little bit better, on the moped here, if you're sitting up straight, any bump your spine just gets compressed right then and there. I don't like that, so I'm trying to avoid it as much as possible. Anyway, I think we are here. Well, let's go about the situation. Alright, another thing that I've been doing is I bring the big bag here with me, and then sometimes I take out one of the orders and just, go solo with that. The idea is it still possibly prevents any theft while allowing me to be a little more flexible and light on my feet, I'm gonna head up to the 3rd floor here, and I'll put you guys in the pocket here for a little bit of privacy, and we'll be right back. Hey, Hampus. Yeah. Okay, and we're on the way down. Let's continue on to the next drop-off point. Actually, scratch that because we are being sent to the Fodor market to pick up another order. As you can see, there's barely any traffic right now, which is why I really enjoy working Sundays. Yeah. Okay, and this drop-off is going to take us towards the Stockholm Observatory. We're headed to Westman Street. Actually, I cannot remember what the number was, but we have the map in front of us, so we'll stop somewhere near the location marker and take a look around. Okay, up next, we turn right here, go 2 blocks, turn left, go 2 blocks, and we should be at the customer's location. There's actually 14 minutes left to drop off this order, so I guess we'll be there early. As you can see right now, it's just us against the clock, no traffic whatsoever. And I have to say, back in the days, I would have been saving some time on all the traffic lights whenever possible, but nowadays I play a little bit more safe with the colors there, It is what it is. We are almost there. Battery just dropped down to 40%. Okay, here we go. Number 24, this is it. Alright guys, this is ID check, so I'll see you guys in a moment. Hey. Alright guys, remember like last time I said that there's been a lot of, constant issues with the ID check stuff? Well, today, all the customers are on point, I have to say, so that's pretty nice. Let's keep on going. We got one more ID check delivery. Alright guys, the next stop is going to take us towards Kings Hill at the east side. A little bit far from here, but we'll get there in a decent amount of time. And I'll be taking the simplest way that I know of to get there. We are right now headed towards the Kings Hill Waterfront Highway. Let's go. Take a look at the view, guys. Got a nice little cityscape right there. On this side we got the river. It's not really a river, but something. Good times. So the idea with the battery here is that I was 5 minutes away from a nearby battery station, but 5 minutes too far. Instead, what I'm gonna do is once I drop off this order, we're gonna be in the vicinity of a battery station somewhat, and I think it's gonna be about the same amount of time, about 5 minutes, to and from. So we'll switch it up right then and there. For now, let's push it to the limit here. And guys, if we were able to play any licensed song that we like, you already know which song I would pick and choose right now. It's the one from Vice City, but unfortunately cannot play it, so you'll just have to imagine it in your head. Anyway, let's keep on going. Alright, so it's completely pitch black over there, but trust me, there's a waterfront area and we'll be going right towards the customer. Here we go, full speed ahead. Not sure if you can see through the trees there, but the view is a little bit lovely, We got the bridge reflecting off of the water, looking real good right there. Let me see here. Since we're on a moped, we're not starving for energy. We can just gonna go wherever we want. How about we take this route? It goes along the waterfront here, so we can continue to enjoy the sights and sounds, and also we get to mix it up a little bit. I think I've taken this route at least once. It was kind of questionable, but it was a little bit fun, so we are gonna go ahead and go for it here, cutting through mix on this little alternative pathway here. Should be, a little bit fun. Yeah, this is why I didn't enjoy this on the bike, because of this uphill. I think there's another uphill up ahead, but We're on a moped, guys. Let's just relax and enjoy the ride. I mean, it's nighttime. Can't really see much, but it's still something. It has a different vibe, this path here. Let me stand up. You guys see that? It's not bad. So, I think this is our way out. Alright, absolutely fantastic. I really enjoyed the little shortcut. I hope you did as well. Let's keep on going here. The drop-off point is about 3 minutes away. We are keeping a good pace here, guys. Alright, this is the street that we need to be on. The actual house number, actually I'm not sure, but it's going to be here on the right side just before the turn. It could be this building. Let me check. Yeah, this is it right here. We have arrived. Let's park all the way up front. Okay, headed up to the second floor. This should complete the ID check trifecta here. The elevator is waiting for us. Alright, see you guys in a moment. Hey, Nina. Perfect. Okay, so I actually miscalculated the battery station location. I thought it was somewhere here, but it's kind of not. But we are being sent to the central station, and there is a battery station nearby there, so we might take the 30% that we have and just go for it here. Again, headed towards the restaurant, I'm going to be using eco mode, so we should be just fine here, if my calculations are correct. Alright, let's get going. I'm anticipating that we're going to arrive at the battery station with approximately 20%, and so it should work out perfectly here. The way there is perfectly flat. We're not pushing uphill or anything like that, so yeah, nice and effective, nice and easy. Let's get going. Alright guys, let me stand up. Maybe you guys can see we're more than halfway there, still enjoying the views, still at 30% here. We got the city hall out front, looking good as always, and we'll be arriving pretty soon. Changing out the battery first. We got plenty of time because this order is only going to be ready 60 minutes from now, it says. So we don't need to hurry too much. We got plenty of time. Let's do it. Looking good out here. Alright, so we need to make this turn. We just came from there and continue down that way. Actually, my mind is coming up blank right now as to how we get to the battery station, but we'll figure it out somehow. And here on our left is the Stockholm Central Station, which is where we're actually going to be picking up the food from. But they'll have to wait maybe 5 minutes, and we'll be back here in no time. Just gotta change the battery first. Alright, so the battery station is just around the corner here. Things are playing out nicely here. We're down to 20%, which is exactly as I predicted it. And so we are perfect. From what I saw 10 minutes ago, there are batteries available which are above 80%. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're gonna get here. %, that's not bad. The time is 10:26 p.m. We got an hour left of the session here remaining. And so that means the battery that I picked up when I started my shift, it had 100% on the dash. It lasted a whole 4 hours. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick up some sushi from the central station there. That's our next stop. Here we go, we'll park up right here and let's head inside. We're picking up from this place, Sushiyama. It says that it should be ready. Let's take a look. Alright, so there's a pigeon right there. Interesting. Anyway, we're picking up a 40-piece sushi from here. I wonder how big the package is going to be. I think we have plenty of space in the bag there, so it should be Gucci. Yeah. Okay, we have another pickup as well from Max. It's really close. A little bit tricky to get there though. We have to like cross the street back and forth, but I'm sure we'll manage. Alright, so with 1 hour left, I kinda don't wanna change the battery one more time. We are at 90% right now, and I'm kind of fine with dropping off the moped with as low as 70%. So hopefully we don't go below that in the next hour and save ourselves just a tiny bit of time with not having to change the battery a second time. Okay, here's Max. This looks like a good parking space right here. We're gonna go for it. Pickup is in 3 minutes. Hopefully we don't have to wait for too long. So yeah. Alright, so for some reason the ambient temperature inside of this Max is incredibly high. I was feeling like I was standing next to a fireplace or something, you know? Like it was something. I was starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. I thought maybe, am I gonna pass out, you know, any second now? But thankfully the order was ready, and so we're out here enjoying some fresh air once more. Headed over to Small Circuit Street number 3. We're gonna take this little shortcut to get us there, and from what I understand, we're dropping off the Max order first here, and the sushi afterwards. That one is still with us. There's the Airport Express. A lot of people arriving from the airport. I was actually planning on doing a short trip during my 3 days off, which I've had just now, but it didn't come to fruition. I just wasn't. I was not quick enough to pull the trigger, you know. But looking forward to doing some traveling. Haven't gone anywhere since last summer. Right, and we're gonna keep going straight here. The drop-off point is gonna be just on the left side coming up. Here we go, number 3. And we are headed up to the second floor. We just lost connection while we're in here. Hej, leverans från Max. Så där. Okay guys, we have dropped off the Max order, but while I was up there, my phone connection dropped and I had to restart the phone, but I forgot to stop the screen recording first, and so yeah, if you don't stop it beforehand, the video file gets corrupted. So unfortunately we're not gonna have any maps on display for this episode. This is the reason why. I was recording the whole time, but you know, the file has just gotten corrupted when I restart the phone. So a bit unfortunate, but well, that's how it goes. Okay, our next stop is in Kings Hill. It's going to be Hedgehog Street 14, and I'm thinking here what the best approach is. We could push it to the limit, switch over to power mode and get there as quickly as we can, or we can stick to eco mode and kind of hope that we don't drop below 70 in the next 40 minutes, which I think can be doable. You only win a small amount of time by being in power mode, so I think we're gonna stick to eco here and just ride it out, you know? 40 minutes left of today's session. Alright, we're down to 80%. I think we're gonna drop more than 10% in the next 40 minutes. So I'm gonna switch to power mode here, and I'm just gonna switch the battery on my way back. Alright, taking the bridge over to Kings Hill. From here, another 5 minutes. Right, I'm thinking maybe I should swing right here and save myself time from having to stop at the next traffic light. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, and we're almost here. The entrance should be around the corner. Let me just stop and check the details. Number 14 with no instructions provided. They're either going to be waiting for us outside or I don't know. Hey, Olivia.
Ja, hej.
Så där. About 33 minutes left, and we're being sent to the Fedora market. I wonder where this order is gonna go once we pick it up, you know? Pickup time is right now, it says. So I guess the quicker we get there, the better. Let's push on the pedal here, so to speak. Guys, I just saw an advertisement for pistachio ice cream. I've been off of, processed sugar for a while. Man, I could go for one of those right now. Pistachio flavor is my favorite. I remember being on a trip to Italy and I bought myself, actually it was in Venice, I bought myself a nice little, I think 2 scoops of gelato pistachio flavor. Man, that was heavenly. Okay, I'm not sure what's going on, but I've been seeing people getting pulled over left, right, and center. I guess the police department is trying to get their margins up, on a Sunday or last evening. People are getting pulled over for, I don't know, maybe they deserve it, maybe not, who knows. Okay, and here we are at the market. It says that the order is ready for pickup, so we should be in and out. I was full on expecting a ID check order, but this one is not it. Okay, so we're being sent off to Gable Street 2 at the Red Mountain roundabout. Let's see, how far is that? Under 10 minutes, I would say. What I like about working in the evening as well is that some of the lights are programmed to respond quickly. I'm not sure why that's not the case during daytime. At times you're stuck at a light for no reason at all. There's no traffic and you're just kind of like standing there. They should implement the nighttime technology during daytime. Anyway, we're down to 70% on the battery here, and by the time we finish up it's going to be down to 60. We're using all the available space here to avoid the speed bumps. Right there, keep our speed nice and high. Yeah, deliver this order as quickly as we can. Why not? The roundabout that I spoke about is coming up next, so we're almost at the drop-off point. We're gonna go for a quick little half circle here, swing off to the right side, and the entrance should be right there waiting for us. If I'm not mistaken, this is the street right here, number 2, right there. Yeah, this is it. Let's head inside. A little bit dark. Okay, up to the 4th floor. There's 60 minutes left for today, and so I'm guessing one more order awaits us. Okay. And we're gonna head over to Kings Hill one more time, over across the bridge, and pick up a little something from McDonald's over there. That's the plan. It says pickup time is in 7 minutes, and to be honest with you, I don't want to get there too early. Like, I don't want to arrive, stand around and wait, so I'm just gonna take it easy here. We're gonna move in that location, but we're gonna move there slowly, stretch out the time a little bit. Alright, so McDonald's is right there. We just gotta get across the street. Should be easy enough. Alright, so we tried to take it slow, but we're still 2 minutes early. Well, maybe the order is ready? I don't know. Hey, Fedora. And yeah, it is ready. Let's get this into the box and we'll get moving. Drop-off is right next door. Surprisingly, we're still at 70%. I might just drop it off as it is. I don't know. I feel like I might go straight for the rider hub and just drop off the vehicle there. Alright, here we go. This is our street. Number, I think it was 2. 2A. Well, let's take a look. I'm gonna slalom up this uphill to conserve energy. 2A. Alright, it's right there though. First floor, let's go. Alright, the time is 11:30 and we are officially offline. Let's go ahead and return the vehicle here, and I'm gonna be heading home afterwards. Okay, so I think we're at 70%, but we're at a low 70%, so I'm thinking that I should still stop by at the battery station, but I don't want to play myself, and just gonna make sure that there's a high capacity battery available. It looks like it is, so We're gonna head over there, do a little pit stop, and then yeah, we'll take a look at the details. Alright, so I just swapped the battery. We're sitting at a nice and pretty 100% here. Fantastic. Let's take a look at the details. A little summary of how we did. Today we worked for 5 hours and 5 minutes in total. In that time we've earned ourselves 863 Swedish crowns at an average rate of 170 Swedish crowns per hour. So a decent outing. Sundays are not paid as much as Fridays and Saturdays, the evenings, but you're still getting a little bump in the hourly rate there, so that's nice. Anyway, it is time to return the moped here. I'm gonna make my way back home. Guys, with that being said, I want to thank you all so very much for watching. As always, leave me a comment and let me know what your thoughts are. I'm always interested to hear what you're thinking. More episodes coming soon. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and until then, peace out, bye bye, and have a great one. Peace.